Hello, sir. Now I don't know your voice, sir, again.
Dear participants, the session will start sharply by 2 p.m. Please wait with patience.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Abhiravi ma'am, my side voice is clear.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Dear participants, we can start the program in few minutes. Thank you.
Dear participants, we are facing some technical issues. The session will start within 5 minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now connected, sir. Sir, are you connected, sir? Yes, sir. Is it audible? Abhiray madam, is it audible? Abhiray madam?
Sir, you are audible. No issue. You are audible.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, connected, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir Krabhusan, sir, I have joined.
Okay, sir. Abhiray madam? Abhiray madam?
Yes, sir.
You can start the program now. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Connected.
Okay,
Krabhusan, sir,
sir.
நீங்க பேசுறது எனக்கு கேட்கலையே.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am K. Abhirami, Assistant Professor from Kamaraj College, and I will be the Master of Ceremony today. Go live, make a difference, touch one's heart, encourage one's mind, and inquire one's soul. We extend a warm and cordial welcome to one and all present here. I, on behalf of the organization Kamaraj College, thank all the participants, guests of honor, delegates, and representatives from various institutions for joining us at the 3 days national workshop on research methodology and data analysis using MS Excel from 17 to 19 March 2022, organized by the Department of Business Administration, Kamaraj College, Thuthukudi. It's my pleasure to walk you through the conference, introduce you to the speakers and delegates. Once again, I welcome our guests, director, HOD, faculties, and our fellow participants. United we stand, divided we fall. Now we start with an oblique respect to our motherland by dedicating Tamil Thai Valthu.
சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதே தெக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் கரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துவே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
To give an introduction about this workshop.
All the breaks you need in life wait within your imagination. Imagination is the workshop of your mind, capable of turning mind energy into accomplishment and wealth. By Napoleon Hill. This 3-day national workshop is an opportunity to explore and discuss research methodology and data analysis using MS Excel. Over the years, it has been found that the quality of research output has been far from the much needed standards. Our research work must act as a catalyst for further researches to be undertaken in the said field. The quality of research depends on the understanding of research problem, and the output is significantly based in the appropriate research tools used for the data collection and its analysis. The core objective of this workshop is to equip the research scholars with some set of skills and potentiality to undertake the research very effectively in their respective disciplines and to turn completed research into publishable material of high quality in the form of articles, journals, and books. This workshop is designed to offer the practical guidelines and direct the researchers through all the stages of research, from identifying a research problem to the submission of a dissertation, report writing, and research article. This workshop is intended to deal with variety of qualitative and quantitative research methods used in social science researches. It also gives exposure to data analysis with the help of software packages. The use of Excel is widespread in the industry. It is very powerful data analysis tool, and almost all big and small businesses use Excel in their day-to-day functioning. The workshop consists of both theory and practical. By the end of program, they are expected to develop conceptual clarity and practical knowledge to undertake quality research, writing good research papers, field reports, and project proposals, etc. The major objective of this workshop is to sensitize and erudite the participants about the various research methodologies to be adopted and the appropriate statistical tools and package to be used in their research works, and further the interpretation of the results obtained from such analysis with the help of MS Excel and how it makes life easy, thereby helping the present as well as future researchers to evolve an understanding of research tools, statistical packages, and MS Excel that meet both the current and future needs. Therefore, this training is proposed with the aim to transmit knowledge on the understanding on research methodology and data analysis with its manipulation and methodologies with their implementations through MS Excel.
Now, I would like to call upon our respected HOD to deliver the welcome address.
Very good afternoon. Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Oh, today we organized a wonderful 3-day workshop on research methodology and data analysis using MS Excel. So I really happy and proud to organize this event. And also welcome you all for the special event. Respected secretary, respected principal, respected director, and respected today chief guest, and faculty members of our departments, and faculty members of from various institutes, and my dear participants. I want to thank our management, Thuthukudi Educational Society, for their support to organize this event successfully. And then the director, Dr. A. Arunachala Rajan. So we don't have words to express my gratitude to him because we arranged this event very shortly. But the real figure of the program, the successful execution of program is our director. It is we are well known about that. It is not an easy job to organize this type of event apart from the teaching classes. So now it's happening very simply because the only reason is our director. So he done many things for organize many programs in our department. He facilitated a lot of arrangements for our department. So on behalf of our department, I really welcome our director, Dr. A. Arunachala Rajan. Welcome you, sir. And today
sir, நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதா?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it audible?
Yeah, sir.
Can you hear my voice?
Audible.
Yes, sir.
Then today, chief guest, the respected Dr. B. Muthupandian, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Sikkim Central University, Gangtok. He is a man for simplicity. He immediately accepted my request and made many things for the success of this wonderful event. And also, suddenly we we changed many things in the program schedule. But he simply accepted all the changes and also be more supported for this program. I can tell us he is a fruitful person for data analysis using many softwares. Today we are happy to have wonderful resource person for this particular workshop. And also he is a man, he is a right person to handle this workshop. Once again I tell you, I felt about his knowledge on particular data analysis. So in this way, I am very happy, and our department, behalf of our department and college, I welcome today resource person, Dr. P. Muthupandian, sir. I welcome you, sir, and I welcome faculty members of our department and faculty members of various institutes and dear participants and the technical teams began working in the workshop, and also other well-wishers out of the college, they are working for the workshop. So once again, I welcome you all for the important workshop on data analysis. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. It is a great honor for me to introduce our resource person of today's session, Dr. Muthupandian. He is currently working as an assistant professor in Department of Commerce, Sikkim University, and formerly worked as a guest faculty in the Department of Commerce, Pondicherry University. His areas of specialization are banking, financial markets, derivatives and risk management, computer applications in business and financial data analytics, and decision modeling. His academic qualification makes one wonder about the time he has invested and the knowledge he has gained. Some of his accomplishments are MCom Financial and Investment Management, Madurai Kamarajar University, MBA Finance in Pondicherry University, MPhil in Madurai Kamarajar University, PG Diploma in Statistics and Research Methods, Pondicherry University, PG Diploma Computer Application, Pondicherry University, UGC NET in Commerce and Management, PhD in Commerce in Pondicherry University. We are glad to have such an equipped and a knowledgeable person as a resource person for our today's session. We welcome you, sir. It is our great honor to hand over the session to Dr. Muthupandian, Assistant Professor of Sikkim University, to give his inaugural address.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I'm audible, I hope. Is it right?
Muthupandian, sir?
Yes, I'm audible.
Your inaugural address, sir.
Yeah. Ma'am, I'm audible. My voice is clear.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Thank you. So, thanks for the opportunity to share my knowledge in this learned forum in front of various cluster of audience in a different academic field and qualifications. So here, the 3 days data analytics program in MS Excel. It's really a beginning session for a data analyst, as well as who wants to do a research by themselves and do a data analytics by themselves. So it is a very beginning session. It's a forthcoming sessions are arranged by our Dr. R. Karpasamy sir in a continuous manner to enrich the knowledges. So please all of us join along with that series of workshops and then FDP programs to enrich your knowledge in the field of research and data analytics. So I don't want to grab much of your time. instead of offering a presidential address kind of thing, we can straight away we will meet it during a session. Okay. Thank you, and I wish you all to learn fruitful things during this 3-day workshop on data analytics using in MS Excel. Thank you. Thank you for the nice opportunity. Thank you so much.
Dear participants, before experiencing the liveliness of today's session, let's get refreshed by taking a 5 minutes break. We will rejoin the session after the break. Participants, you can all take a 5 minutes break and be ready with your system for the session.
Ma'am, my presentation is visible. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
I hope all the participants are ready after a 5 minutes break. Now it is time to start the session. It is a great pleasure for me to hand over the session to my beloved students to give an introduction about this session.
I am Mithun.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alan.
I am Mithun.
We are here to give an intro about the
On how it's work and the topic that will be covered. This is a section is about use of Excel, which is widespread in industry. It is a very powerful data analysis tools and almost all big and small businesses use Excel in their day-to-day functioning. This is the first day of 3-day national virtual workshop to start with MS Excel, which is designed to give you a working knowledge of Excel with the aim to getting to use it for more advanced topic research methodology later.
This workshop is designed for two kinds of learners: those who have very little functional knowledge of Excel and those who have Excel regularly but at peripheral level and wish to enhance their skills. This workshop is from basic operation such as reading data into Excel, using various data informations, organizations and manipulating data, to some the more advanced functionality of Excel. All along, Excel functionality will be introduced using easy to understand examples which can be demonstrated in a way that learners can become comfortable in understanding and apply them to.
Now, topics covered include reading data into Excel using various formats, basic function in Excel, arithmetic as well as various logical function, formatting rows and columns, using formula in Excel and their copy and paste, using absolute and relative referencing, data filtering in Excel.
Use of pivot tables with categorical as well as numerical data, introduction to the charting capability of Excel, line bar and pie charts, pivot charts, scatter plots, histogram. Now we hand over the session to Dr. B. Muthupandian. Thank you, sir.
Thank you one and all to all. So we can begin our session. My screen is visible. My audio is clear to everyone. Any disturbance from my side?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, sir. Yes.
No, sir.
No, sir, no disturbance. You can carry.
Okay. Thank you so much. And due to the network consumption, data consumption, I just off my video and I just share my screen to follow whatever the case at all. Okay. And if you want to parallelly practice, the file is not readily available right now. So I can share the file later. You can note down and you can walk it out little later. Okay. So in that manner we can follow it. Okay. So just now I'm sharing my screen. Okay. So this is my affiliation data, and then today what we are going to talk about is, so we are going to talk about this three concepts, three matters: introduction to MS Excel, what does mean by MS Excel and that, and introduction to the data series and data set, what is mean by data series and what is mean by data set, and we may next the third we are jumped into the little bit of data visualization. So various graphs and diagrams, how we can create it in Excel, as well as it will start from a very basic line graph and bar graph and then pie chart. Okay, and it will travel in a way to a complex charts the combined chart, jumbo charts, and then pi of pi, line of, and then we may use in a final stage we may use it a slicer, timeliner. So these type of concepts we are going to discuss how we can visualize our data in a better manner. Okay, so these are all the aspects we are going to discuss in our today's session. Okay, we can move one by one in a following slides. Very first, we are going to talk about the Excel. So when we talk about the Excel, generally the generic name of the Excel is called as spreadsheet. The generic name of the Excel software is called as spreadsheet. The spreadsheet, in the sense, it's a unimaginable. In a size wise, it's an unimaginable sheet. You can't imagine the size of the sheet. That much it's spread. That's why it's generally termed as a spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, for our convenience, it will be arranged in a rows and columns. It will be arranged in a rows and columns. So the rows are named by numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Similarly, the columns are named by alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F like that. So obviously you may have a doubt about it. We have a 26 letters only in the alphabet. After that, what they are doing? They are start from A, A, B, A, C, A, D, A, E, A, F like that. It goes. Okay. So when you talk about that, the Excel is past a very long journey. You may start about the Excel very well. Everybody know about that. In Excel start from 1995. Okay, Office 95. Okay, so in that situation, then it will come a various version. It crafts a various version, but the very high level changes happen during the version of 2003 and 2007. Okay, before 2003 Excel and after 2007 Excel. Okay, so now we are also passing a lot of version after 2007. 2007 we are having, 2010 we are having, 2013 you are having, somebody have a 2019 also, somebody have a 2021 also. Okay, so you may have a various version in your computer. It's not a matter, but the drastical changes are happening before 2003 version and after 2007 version. Okay, so after immediately 2003, after that it comes to 2007 only. In between there is no more versions of Office is there. So in the Excel 2003, generally having 65,536 row only. Means in the rows numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what is the last row? The last row is 65,536. And similarly, if you see about the column counting, means there are only 256 column only up to IV. Up to IV. That much only is there in the 2003 version. After that, what happened? In the 2007, till more it increased. Till more it is increased. Right now, whatever the version you are using, 2007, 10, 13, or 2018, 19, and 20, 21, these are all around 10,48,576 rows. So you imagine if you have a white sheet with you, you want to draw 48,576 rows. You want to draw it. How much big white sheet you require? Similarly, if you think about that, the column also increased around 16,384. 16,384 columns. So you just imagine, if you want to draw these many rows and columns, how much big sheet is required? This much big sheet is confined in your 13 to 15-inch monitor. Okay, that is the beauty of the software. It's called Excel. So you can store a data around 10 lakhs data, 10 lakh records, you can simply store a single Excel worksheet. Single Excel worksheet. Okay. So similarly, the workbook consisting of lot of worksheets. You want to insert how many sheets you want to insert, you can able to insert. There is certain restrictions are there. The in Office 2007, it is not accepted more than 256 sheet in a particular Excel workbook. Means you can create that many sheets, but obviously nobody can use it that much sheet in one particular workbook. That many sheets in one particular workbook. So most probably they may have a 10 books, 12 sheets like that. So each and every sheets are independent sheets. Whatever you are performing in a sheet number 1 will not be factored in the sheet number 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it is a book, like just like you think about your notebook. Okay, in your notebook is there, in the notebook consisting of different sheets. Whatever you return in a sheet number 1, it will not have any link, any association, any kind of effect on the whatever you are written in the sheet number 2. Similarly, here also the Excel book is contained. It's called a workbook. That workbook contains different sheets. By default, in a 2000, before 2010 version, by default, whenever you are opening an Excel workbook, by default 3 sheets will be created. After 2010 version, whenever you are opening an Excel sheet, by default only 1 sheet will be there. If you require to create an additional sheet, if you want to create a new sheet, you can simply press the plus symbol next to the sheet name. Next to the sheet name, you can just click it. You can add a new sheet into it. So likewise, you can create more than 200 sheets in a single workbook. You can create a single workbook. This is the majestic of the Excel. This is the majestic of Excel. So you can compare this much of data and you can combine this much of data in a single worksheet. Single worksheet. I parallelly jumped within a different, my PPT as well as my Excel workbook. I just show you a 2013 version. I'm having a 2013 version. 2013 version. Okay, somebody you may have a different versions with you, so you can follow me. So you can see here, this is our column. Columns are named by A, B, C, D like that, and this is our rows. This is our rows. Rows are named by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So we already discussed how many rows and how many columns are there. Wherever the rows and columns are intersect, that we called as a cell. That we called as a cell. Cell will be identified. Cell will be identified by row name as well as the column name. Row name as well as the column name. You can see here, this is we called address bar in a Excel. You may be able to see in this particular location. This location we may call address bar in an Excel worksheet. It will indicate where our cursor is locating. Where our cursor is locating. What is the cell address? What is the cell address? Cell address is nothing but is the combination of row name and column. Cell address is nothing but the combination of row name as well as column name. So right now my cursor in a C7 means in the 7th row C column it is. The 7th row C column it is. Okay, column and row CR. You remember in that fashion it will be address. Okay, C7. Likewise, if you want to go a D10, so it will go like this, D10. So wherever you want to go, you can type here also. Sometimes E11 you want to travel, you can click here E11 and you can type E11 and enter. Automatically the cell will go there. Okay, that's why it is called the address bar of Excel sheet. Address bar of Excel sheet. I hope you may now understand. And in the right, in your left hand side bottom, in your left hand side bottom, you may able to see the sheet. You may able to see the sheet name. Next to the sheet name, the plus symbol will be there. You can click here. You can add a new sheet. You can add a new sheet. I already said that you can add up to 200 sheets. 256 sheets are acceptable. So you can add as per your convenience. How many sheets you require, you can add. Each and every sheet is consisting of 10,000 and add rows and 16,000, 10 lakhs rows as well as 16,000 columns. 16,000 columns. That's why it's called a spreadsheet. Similarly, the Excel, there is a various type of softwares are available in the market. OpenOffice, okay, Star Calci. So there is a lot of competitive products are available in the market, but majority of the people in the world, they believe and they work with the MS Excel, the Microsoft product. So they believe, many of them, they are believing in Excel for their day-to-day operations and day-to-day work. So that's why we may discuss this particular software in this session. Fine. So when we talk about the next important concept in the Excel is, we want to know about that. I hope you may able to see here. Just a minute. It's not working. Just a minute. I want to zoom slightly. Magnifier. Just require a magnifier. I hope now my screen will be slightly bigger. Is it right? Everybody able to see my screen in a bigger?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
Fine. Now you can. Yeah. Thank you. Now you can see here in that particular box. We called as a cell. In this particular cell, there is a two different types of parts are available here. One is a straight kind of line. One triangular piece will be there in the bottom of the cell. The triangular piece is there in the bottom of the cell. So wherever you rotate your cursor, it will come a white color cursor. Whenever you bring near to the triangular, that white color cursor will become a black plus symbol. Okay, in a white color plus symbol, in a normal way, wherever you are rotating in your mouse pointer, this is an Excel mouse pointer or your mouse pointer. So wherever you rotate, it will be showing in a white color plus symbol. When you will take this white color plus symbol near to the triangular, small cell triangular, it will turn into a black color plus symbol. So you should be able to understand what is the two different type of this mouse pointer, what is the role of this mouse pointer. In the Excel, we are using a two different activity we are doing. One is we call the selection. Another one is we call the dragging. Another one is we call the dragging. So whenever you want to select the data, you have to keep a white cursor. You have to keep it a white cursor and hold the left mouse button and you drag wherever the side, whichever the side you want, you can drag it. Your cell will be selected. So when you want to select the cell, when you want to select the group of cells, you have to keep a white color cursor white color plus symbol point, and hold the left side mouse button, and you can drag, you can move it whichever the side you want. Okay, so if you want to select in your left hand side, you can move it in the left hand side, and if you want to select your down side, you are drop into downside like that, you can do, and you can able to select. This is we call selection. This is we call selection. The another one important point is there, that is we call the dragging. Dragging, whenever I am saying you want to drag it, whenever I am saying you want to drag it, at the time you convert your white cursor into black cursor. How to convert your white cursor into black cursor? Turn your white you can take your white cursor into the small triangular place. It will become automatically, it will turn into the black cursor. Once you convert the black cursor, then you hold the left side mouse button and you can move wherever the side. You want to downside, you want to move, you can down it, and you want to move it in your right hand side, you can move it like this. This way you are doing. This is we called dragging. This is we called dragging. Generally, this selection and dragging, many people, it's a beginning stage. Many people, they will get confused. Sometimes whenever they want to select, at the time they will drag it. At the time the entire value will vanish. Entire value will vanish. Similarly, sometimes they want to drag. In that particular situation, what they will do, they will select it and they will complain that the function is not working. The particular activity is not happen. Like that, they will complain. So these are all the common mistakes committed in the beginners of the Excel. Okay. So how do you avoid it? You have to little conscious about that. What type of mouse pointer we are doing before pressing the left side mouse button in the mouse. Left side mouse button in the mouse. So whether it is in a white color or whether it is in a black color. So if you want to select, the mouse pointer will be a white color. If you want to drag your mouse pointer in a black color. Okay. So according that it will perform. According that it will perform. The common situations are, if you want to copy the data, you have to select. If you want to copy the data, you want to select. In case you want to copy the formula, then you have to drag. Then you have to drag. You should not copy. You should not select. You have to drag. Okay. So these are all some common situations where we are using a copy and dragging. Copy and dragging. I just close my magnifier. So whenever later it requires, I can use it again. Okay. So now I hope you may know, you may understand what is meant by a selection and what is meant by a dragging. What is meant by a dragging? What is meant by a dragging? Selection is a white cursor. If you select and move hold the left button in your mouse and move left, right, top, bottom, it is called a selection. Similar thing, you can do it with the black colored cursor. It is called a dragging. And one more thing you can understand that dragging will possible only either one row or one column. Dragging will not possible. Dragging will not possible simultaneously for column and row. Dragging will not possible simultaneously for column and row. Whereas the selection is possible. Whereas the selection is possible for simultaneously columns and okay. So these are all the points I want to highlight about the little bit of Excel here, and you may enter the data here and other things you may do, and I will give a small exercise for selection and dragging. For example, if you want to type such a continuous number, for example, if you want 1 to 100, you need not to type 1 to 100 here. Certain continuous number you type. Certain continuous number you type, then you select. First you will select the entire 1, 2, 3. Then you start dragging. You will get the continuous. Number. This you can perform with the help of this particular fill function. This is we call auto fill. Certain numbers you want to fill. What you can do, you can select like this and you can use this function called fill. can click here, you can get fill. Okay, this is we call fill, auto fill. This is we call auto fill function. So sometimes you want certain numbers on a column wise, that is also possible. So you can select like this, and you want to fill it. So you can fill, use the series and the linear series, and you can click OK. Then you will get the fill. This is we call fill. Sometimes you want to enter all the places one. So simply what you can do, select, and you can fill it down. So fill down. Sometimes you want to fill the same thing in the right side. Go here, fill and right. It will fill it and right. Okay. So this is the way you can use. These are all the exercises to understand fill and drag. Okay. Select and drag. So simply you can drag what happened. Simply you can drag what happened. So you can repeat the particular number. Okay. So I can end up here, and certain thing I want to tell you. Sometimes you want to understand. Sometimes you want to understand about the data set. So before we enter into the data set, first you can understand the basic terminologies what we are using in the data set or a database kind of thing. Okay, whenever we want to enter certain data, okay, for example, if you type here sales, profit, yeah, and then I can write ABC, PQR, XYZ. Okay, so these are all the things. Okay, so for our understanding, I can fill certain. For our understanding, I can fill it certain data here. For our understanding, I can fill it certain data. I can fill certain details. Okay. So for example, if you take here, I can type certain numbers, 400, and here I will type 34, and I can type here 567, and I will give certain numbers here, and then I give certain numbers here. These are all my certain figures, certain variables I type. Okay. So this will be termed as a data set. This will be termed as a data set. So when we can called as a data set, So when we called as a data set is nothing but it's a group of variables. Data set is nothing but it's a group of variables. In certain observation. Okay, so it required certain variables and certain observation. So I hope here you may understand in general in the Excel you may understand what is mean by column, what is mean by row, okay. So in the column generally the column will be called as variable. Whenever you are doing an analysis or whenever you are enter certain data into the software, whenever you want to enter certain data into the software, your all variable should be in a column format. Your all variable should be in a column format. So what is meant by variable? When we talk about the variable means it will be varying whether the person to person. If I am collecting a certain information from the person to person, or otherwise one observation to another, one respondent to another respondent, when the value is vary means that will be termed as a variable. For example, if I am asking a question, you are all the participant of 3-day national workshop. Is it right? Is it right? You are all the participants of 3-day national workshop. Is it right or not?
Yes.
Okay. So if I am asking this question, I am collecting a data from you all, it will not called a variable. 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 So then what it may be a variable, sir? What is the type of variable measurement, sir? What is the type of variable measurement, sir? So I want to tell about that. Again, I want to jump into my PPT. I'm talking about here. What does mean by variable? So the variable, it may come into the two different kind of varieties. Certain variables are categorical in nature. Certain variables, whatever the variables I'm collecting from you, certain variables are categorical in nature. Certain variables are numerical in nature. For example, if I'm asking, what is your gender? What is your gender? What is your gender? I'm asking. So if I'm asking, what is your gender? This will be a different answer I will get from the various respondents. Okay. So if I will around 100 participants are there in the meeting, randomly I will pick 10 participants and ask them, what is your gender? So they may give a different answers. Okay, somebody may say male, somebody they may say female. Okay, so in that case, this is we called a categorical in nature. Here it is not a numerical figure. It's not a numerical figure. So it's in a character. It's a categorical nature. It's a textual information. Okay, some variable I'm collecting, it is in a numerical in nature. For example, what is your age? What is your age? So if I'm asking your age, again in the 100 respondent, I will select randomly 10% and ask your name, your age. So I will get a different answer, 35, 34, 32, 22, 21, 20, 18, like that. I will get the various responses. This is we called again a numerical variable. This is we called a numerical variable. Similarly, when it is a categorical variable, it will also classified into ordered categorical variable, unordered categorical variable. When it is ordered categorical variable, it is called ordinal data, and when it is an unordered categorical variable, it's called a nominal data. So I don't want to go into this part because this will be dealt by some other resource person in another session. So I don't want to go in a very detailed in this area. So now you understand the variable generally classified the categorical variables and numerical variable. Categorical variable further divided into a ordered variable, unordered variable. Ordered variable, unordered variable. For example, male and female are equal. In that state, it's called unordered variable. Certain categorical variable order is distinguished. For example, what is your designation? So I'm asking a designation. Somebody they may say assistant professor. Somebody they may say associate professor. Somebody they may say professor. These are all the textual information, but order is distinguished. Order is distinguished. For example, you can easily order. Assistant professors are lesser than the associate professor. Associate professors are lesser than the professors. Okay, so this way you can order them. This way you can order them. That's why it is called as an ordered variable. So ordinal variable. Similarly, the numerical data, if you talk about the descriptive and continuous will be there. Descriptive series means the numerical data without decimal point. If you say something as a decimal point, it is absolute nuisance, nonsense. Okay. Sometimes the numerical decimal data are important. Decimal data will meaningful. Decimal data will meaningful. For example, if I am asking how many child do you have, how many car do you have? For this type of questions, you need not to give any fractional answer. For example, I am having 2.3 car. Did you say like this? How many child do you have? I am asking. Whether you can say 2 or 3, you cannot say 2.5. Okay, so if you can't give a numerical answer with a decimal point, it called a descriptive variable. When it called a continuous variable means The numerical data is allowed a decimal points. Numerical data will allow a decimal points will called a continuous variable. So whatever the variable, this all the variable will be recorded. This all the variable will be recorded with this all the variable will be recorded in a column. Recorded in a column manner. Recorded in a column manner. Recorded in a columned manner. Recorded in a column manner. Got the point? So it will be recorded in a column wise. Okay, how many variables you are having? All the variables should be recorded in a column. Okay, sir. Then what I can recorded in a row? What I can recorded in a row? The row, as per the database language, we call the row are called a record. Rows are called a record. Rows are called a record. Here rows are called, as per the statistics, as per the data again, the record will called is nothing but a observation, a individual observation or individual sampling unit. The information related to a individual sample unit. Individual sample unit. Individual sample unit. Here you may able to see here. 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 So I am having a 3 observation unit. I am having a 3 sample company. Company ABC, company PQR, company XYZ. Company XYZ. Company XYZ. So here what we are recording, what are the variables we are having? We are having a 2 variable. One variable is called sales, another variable is called profit. One variable is called sales, and another variable is called profit. Okay. Similarly, we are having a 3 observational unit. 3 samples we are having. So the sampling number, the respondent number, the respondent wise detail will be recorded in a row, and then the column wise we have to record the various variables. We have to record the various variables. When we combine this rows and columns, when we combine this variable and observational unit, various variable, different variable of the various observational unit, different variable of the various observational unit will call the data set or data series. Data set or data series. Now you got the point. Now you got the point. What is meant by a data and data series? Now you got the point. What is meant by a data and data series? You can unmute yourself and you can clarify your questions.
Sir, please repeat what we call column.
Columns are variables. Columns are variables. So all the type of variables we have to record it column wise, and the rows are called observational units. So the various variable value of the individual observational unit. For example, in this particular data set, we are having 2 variable. In this particular data set, we are having 2 variable. Variable 1 is sales. Variable 2 is profit. Variable 2 is profit. I am having 3 observational unit. Observational unit 1 is ABC. Observational unit 2 is PQR. Observational unit 3 is XYZ. That is nothing but our sample. I am having 3 sample in this example. I am having 3 sample in this example. Sample, observational unit, all are same. Respondent, all are same terminologies. Interchangeably they are using. Okay. So here, this is the record of first sampling observation. This is the record of second sampling observation. This is the record of third sampling observation. Okay. So we are having a various variable. So the variable will be one variable. Here for our understanding, I will take only 2 variables. When you are collecting a questionnaire, you are having a different variable. When you are collecting a questionnaire, you are having a different variable. Okay, so even I can use a real-time data set and I can able to show you. But here we are having a variety of students. Even the UG student to research scholars, some faculties are also there. So I want to address most of the UG students. That's why I will take a very small kind of thing for the understanding. Because the research scholars, they may deal a lot of data sets. They may themselves, they can easily link with that and they can understand what is that. The UG student, they have a little exposure, they will not understand anything. That's why I will just concentrate on the UG students point of view. Okay, so now I hope you may able to clarify your conceptuality. So what is meant by a variable? What is meant by a respondent? That is we call observations, or otherwise we called record. Okay, and then what is mean by a data set? Data set is nothing but data set consisting of various variable as well as the different observing various variable of different observing unit is combined together, then only we call the data set. Okay, so why I want to just clarify this matter means because many of the researchers they don't have an idea about that what is meant by a variable, what is meant by a data set. Okay, what is meant by a observing unit? These type of things they can't understand. Okay, so whether they are writing a research methodology part, they don't have a clarity about this terminologies. So that's why I want to touch upon this matter. What is meant by a variable? What are the different types of variable measurements are there? And that are all the things also we discussed: categorical, non-categorical, okay, ordinal, nominal, and discrete data series, discrete variable, and then continuous variable. Okay, fine. Got the point? So now everybody clear about this concept? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? What is meant by variable? What is meant by observing unit? What is meant by data set? Any questions so far?
No, sir. No, sir.
Clear? Fine. So now we will move to the next aspect. What is the next aspect? After understanding the variable, we want to know about that. What is meant by data set? How the data sets are classified. The data sets and the data series are classified into three different data sets, three different types. The broad three different types I am discussing here. So what are the three different types? Either whatever the analysis, whatever the type of research you've done, if you collect certain data, that data set will be accommodated either in this three type, either in this three type. The very first type we called cross-sectional data. Second data set is called time series data. Third one is we called pooled 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 data. Okay, okay, ma. So is it clear, ma? Is it clear for everybody? Is it clear for everybody? Okay. So these are the three different types of data sets are there. Time series data set, cross-sectional data sets, and pooled data sets or panel data set. What is the meaning? Okay, shall we discuss now? Again, we will come back my Excel sheet. Again, I will come back my Excel sheet. You can see here, 2015, 2016, 2017. Okay. So I want a certain continuous series. I can drag it like this, and then here I can type the ABC profit of, okay, PROFIT profit of ABC Limited. So I can type here certain numbers. Okay. Okay. So this is my profit of the ABC Limited. I hope again I can slightly magnify my data set. Yeah. Everyone able to see my data set? Everyone able to see my data set? Are you agree this is the data set?
Yes.
Are you agree this is the data set? Are you agree this is the data set?
Yes, sir.
It has all the quality of the data set. It has all the quality of the data set. It has a different observational unit. Yes, we have a different observational unit. 2015 one observational unit. 2016 is another observational period. Okay, so we are observing different periods, and we are having a variable of one particular company. Profit we are having on the various periods. So this is we called one data set. Now we can define this data set comes under time series data, or what we call panel data, or otherwise it will call a cross-sectional data. What is this? Any idea? Any idea? This is, we termed that time series data set. This is, we termed that time series data. So here, how many observational unit are there? How many observing company? How many companies we are having? How many companies here? Only one company. One particular company, in a different point of time, we are collecting the data. One sample, we are collecting data in a different point of time. One particular observing unit, we are collecting data from the different point of time. Okay, so if the data is like this data set will called a time series data set. This data set will be called a time series data set. When we talk about the time series data set, regular time series, irregular time series, okay, and then what we called high frequency data, low frequency data, many things are there. I don't want to interfere in that all the point. Okay, so now you understand when we are having a data observation based on the chronological order, based on the time period, and only one observing unit will be there, then it will be termed as a time series data. Now you can see here, I'm having a profit of ABC Limited, PQR, XYZ. Okay, so I'm having a profit of one particular point of time, 2010. So now you tell me what is this type of data set?
Sir, this is a cross-sectional data.
Very good. This is the cross-sectional data set. Cross-sectional data set. Various observing units are there, but the data are collected at one point of time. Multiple variables are there. Okay, otherwise multiple observing units are there, but this all the values are obtained at one point of time. All the values are obtained one point of time, one particular point of time. That's why it's called a cross-sectional data set. When you want to combine this cross-section and time series together, for example, 2010 data is there, similarly 2011 data, similarly 2012 data. Okay, so you are collecting data like this. Then it will be termed that
panel data.
Then it will be termed that panel data. Okay, so we are having different types of data sets are there. Okay, so we are having a years also. We are having a different observational units also. This is we call the panel data set. Otherwise, we call a pooled data set. I can close it here, and then the different types is also there. I don't want to interfere. So long panel, short panel, balanced, unbalanced, fixed and rotating. So these are all the various kind of pooled data. So that we don't want to use that. So whatever the data set we are having. So now you understand about that. What does mean by data set? Now the data sets are with you. So the various types of data sets are there. The beginning part is For example, we can take like this. Here certain numbers are there. Okay, so this is our data set. Okay, sometimes you want to rotate your data. Sometimes you want to convert your row data into column data into row. For example, here all the observing unit are in here. In the company names are in the column. Years are in the row. Years are in the. Now you want to convert company names. You want to into the column. Years you want to in the row. So how do you do it? You can simply copy and you can use the function called transpose. You can use the function called transpose. And you can use the function called transpose. You can simply convert rows into column. Okay, row you can convert into column. Column you can convert into the. Similarly, your entire data set will be changed. Entire data set will be changed. Okay, this is we call.
Sir, please repeat.
Repeat? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
First of all, you can select the data, copy the data set. Okay, and you understand this will work only copy paste. It will not work cut and paste. If you want to cut and paste, it will not work. Copy paste only the data transpose will work. Then click here where you want, which place you locate required. Click here and you can choose this function. Are you able to see here transpose? Otherwise, I will magnify. Just a minute. I will magnify. You can come here, paste. The paste small button will be there. This button, transpose. Are you able to locate the menu? Are you able to locate the menu? Somebody those are having a lower version. Those are having a lower version can go and use the paste special function. The paste special window. The paste special window. You will get the paste special window. You will get the data transpose. Here also you may have a transpose option will be there. You can tick here and you can click OK. You will transpose. This menu you can use those are having 2000 less than 2007 version. Less than 2007 version those are having, you can use it like this. Use the paste special option. Use the paste special option and you will get the small window. In the window you can choose this transpose function and you click OK. Okay. So those are having above 2007 version, straight away you can click here. You can get the transpose. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear for everyone?
Please, once again, please, sir.
Yes, sir.
One more time. One more
time, please.
Okay. Select first. You select the data. Right click, copy, and wherever you want to paste, you can come here, and you can go to the paste. That small arrow will be there below the paste. Small arrow. And you can click here this button called transpose. Okay, just click, you will get transpose. This is for above 2007 version. Those are having above 2007, you can use like this. Those are having below 2007 version. This menu you cannot get. This menu you cannot get. In the file, next to the file, edit menu will be there. In the edit menu, you go to the paste special option, not paste option. Paste special option will be there. You can click the paste special option and you can click this transpose window, transpose checkbox. This transpose checkbox and click OK. This is only for those they are having less than 2007 version. Less than 2007 version. Is it okay? Is it okay, Pa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Fine. Now,
sir, we can also. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
Can we can also do this by using key, isn't it?
Shortcut
just
key.
like Word. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Shortcut key. We can use the shortcut key for the transpose is T. Control T. And then before the control T you have to apply the paste the shortcut key. Then only it is possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Shortcut keys is also applicable. Shortcut key also you can do. Okay, fine. So next, what we are going to talk about the various types of graphs. Various types of graph. Now you got some idea about it. Okay. So this is one data set. Okay. Before we are enter into that, we just think about that. What are the different types of things, or what are the basic types of graphs are available? Okay. Generally, the graphs. Why I want to highlight again is even many researchers, they are doing a different types of charts. How do you decide? For example, if you want to put certain chart in your thesis, or if you want to put certain chart or certain graph in your article, what type of graph you choose? Because the student, the researchers, what they do is blindly they can choose certain charts. It is not appropriate. Sometimes it is misrepresented. Sometimes it is misrepresented. What is a misrepresentation? For example, certain graph only you can prepare a pie chart. That graph you should not use a bar chart. If you are using a bar chart, it is entirely wrong. Some data it is qualified only for a pie chart, or some data it's only qualified for a line graph. But you are using a pie chart, or if you are using a line graph, if you are using a bar chart, obviously this again it's a problem. Okay, so the inappropriateness will be there. So when we have to use what type of chart? When we are having a uni-series, single series, in that particular situation, you have to use the pie chart. When you want to represent, you are having a different series, multiple series are there. In this multiple series, you are going to comparing the value, especially you want to comparing the value, in that particular situation, and then the comparing the value over a time or other category, you can use the column chart. Similarly, displaying the value one or more series using a horizontal column, where we use the bar chart. The single or multiple series, the chart especially comparing a large quantity of value. Okay, so it is not classified by category, it's not classified by other time oriented data. So in that situation, we have to use the bar chart. When we can use the line chart, when our data are time series, ordered, single or multiple series ordered by time. Always you have to use line graph. Certain exemption will be there. The minimum observation is less than 10, you can use some other chart. If the time series data more than 10 observations are there, obviously you have to use the line chart. Okay, and I hope I want to show you one diagram and one picture. You can take the screenshot of the picture also, those are over coming. I'll take this picture from the online only, it's available on free of source. You can take it there. So this chart will help you, this diagram will help you. What purpose, what type of chart you have to prepare. And you understand one thing, all this type of charts are not available right now in Excel. Certain charts are not available. Certain charts are in your particular version, it is not available. For example, in the 2013, certain versions are not available. After 2013, if you are having 2018, Excel 2018 you are having, you may get certain type of charts. If you have 2021, Excel 2021 you are having some other more charts are available. Okay, for example, especially violin chart, waterfall chart, okay, population graph. These are all in 2008 above 2018 version it is available. Below 2018 version, these charts are all not available. These charts are all not available. Okay, likewise. So certain graphs, because continuously they are upgrading their software. In Excel, continuously they are upgrading their versions, upgrading their features in every aspects. Chart, graph, analysis, in every aspects, they are all upgrading. They are all upgrading their versions. That's why. In the 2013, certain charts are possible. Above 2013, certain charts are available. Okay, so you can see here. Generally, the charts are prepared for 4 common reasons. One is we want to compare. Another one is we want to understand the distribution type. Third one is we want to composite. Composite means we want to in a statistical term we call it as condentation. Condentation means what we have to, in a large level of data, we want to see it in a small manner. We have to combine it with a small manner. That is we called as composition. We have to comprehend and we have to see the effect. And finally, the fourth aspect is the charts are generally used for identifying the relations. So these are all the 4 major reasons. These are all the 4 major reasons we are using a charts. Likewise, when we talk about the relationship, we are having only one variable. We can use a scatter diagram. If we are having more than one variable, means 3 variable. We can more than 2 variable. We can use the bubble chart. Bubble chart is also possible only for 3 variable. More than 3 variable, there is no chart. There is no chart so far available. In that case, you have to go for that multiple scatter diagram. This multiple scatter diagram is not available in Excel. In even advanced versions, also multiple scatter diagram is not available. Some other software is available. Some other softwares it is available. If you are using R, you can able to create a multiple scatter diagram. Okay. Likewise, it will be required. And if you can go for a distribution, so there's a different types of distribution. You can use a different types of graph. And when we talk about the comparison, if you want to compare over a period of time, only few observations are there. Either you can use a column chart and you can use the line chart. If you have more observations are there, more period, more observing units are there, more points are there, then you have to use the non-cyclical data, otherwise we call the cyclical data. For example, cyclical data means any seasonal effects is there. I hope in a time series you may study about what is meant by seasonality. If the data seasonality is there, you can use better radar chart, radar diagram. Radar chart will help you to understand the seasonality effect. Okay. And then non-cyclical chart means if the data is not having any seasonal effect or any non-seasonal effect, non-cyclical effect, then you can use a line graph to again explain it. Okay. Similarly, the different types of situation, we have to use the different types of chart. All the chart is not suitable for all type of data. All the charts are not suitable for all type of data. Okay. Now we will enter into that. Now we will enter into the different kinds of charts. So in this exercise today, we are going to discuss about the various kinds of chart. I hope in my Excel sheet you will be able to see column chart, bar chart, cluster chart, line chart, post-pre-line chart, pie diagram, and here the pie diagram we are going to talk about the pie of pie charts also. Dotnet chart where we have to use chart stocks, bubble chart, radar chart, geo chart, means map based. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, as per the agenda, we have to give break by 3:30. Please let us know when to give the break, sir.
Yeah. We want within 2 minutes. I just we give a this matcher and we can go for a break. 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And people charts and slicer, as well as we are going to talk about the timeline. So these are all the aspects we are going to talk about today in a data visualization. Okay, so in a parallel practice, most probably I can share this file. We can share this particular file to our coordinator, and in the meantime, if possible, in a break time, how Abhirami ma'am, how long the break is? 10 minutes.
5 minutes we can have, sir. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm sorry.
10 minutes, okay.
Yeah.
10 minutes you can give a break. In the meantime, you can share, if it possible, you can share the file to them. So they may also parallelly, they want to practice, they can practice.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If possible, I can mail you. Otherwise, I can send it to WhatsApp. Then you can easily forward to others.
Yeah, sir. You can send, sir.
Here we
Dear
can send the.
participants,
Yeah, ma'am. Continue. You can do you can make a break, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Dear participants, we'll have a break for another 10 minutes. So I would request you all to join the session after 10 minutes. Thank you.
Madam, you are giving the sheets, no? Hello?
Anita ma'am. Sorry, Abhirami ma'am.
Sir, yes.
Yeah, ma'am, we can resume. When we
Pondian,
can
sir.
resume? Yes, ma'am.
Sir, shall
When
we
we-
start the session?
Yeah.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, sir.
We
Shall
can
we start the
start.
session?
We can start.
Yes.
Yeah. You
You
announce
can-
it.
you
I can share my screen.
Muthu Pondian, sir, will be starting the session again. So we can proceed, sir. Thank you.
Dear friends, I hope we resume back. I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can start. Okay, fine. We can start with the and what we can do is we can go a little faster because we don't have enough time. We have we are having another 1 hour only, because after that we are little bit question answer session is also there. So hardly 1 hour only will be there. So what we can do, it's a common chart. I will go a little faster. Where the specific charts are there, I will give emphasize on it. Okay. The normal charts I can just proceed a little faster. Okay. With the permission of you all. Okay. Fine. So very first we are going to talk about the column chart. So this is the way the data sets will be there. So you can see here there is a different variables are there, and then there is a very classifying things are monthly basis. Monthly sales are there of a different product. Okay. So for this type of data we can go for a column chart. So the column chart is nothing but you can insert like this. So in the column chart we are having a different types of column chart. Generally the people will prefer only for this type of column chart. First option. Second option and third option, generally the people will not go for it, opt for it. Actually, the second option and third option will be the appropriate chart for research activity. If you want to highlight which particular month your total sales is high, this particular chart, the first chart, will not help you to tell us which month you may have a highest sales. Okay. So in that particular situation, we have to use the second chart only. That is, we call the staggered column chart. The staggered column chart will help you to combine the data. Are you able to see this? What happened? Here the individual variables are reported separately. Here what happened? All the variables are clubbed together in a single observing unit, have one calculation, one bar. One particular action is showing here. So this will help you to understand which particular month you are having a more sale. For example, I will show this chart also. Okay. And I will show again the another chart in a staggered chart. Now you tell me which chart will help you to understand, to tell whether which month the sales is more. Okay, so first chart is cluster chart, second chart is scattered chart. So the scattered chart are more clarity to know about which month is having more sale. And one more type of chart is also there, that is we called as 100% staggered chart. 100% staggered chart. So 100% staggered chart, what will happen is, so it will be converted into the percentage. It will converted into a percentage, and it will reported in a percentage terms. Relative measure, absolute measure. This is the absolute thing. Absolute things are converted into the relative measures, and it will be reported in a percentage form. So if you want to compare, this is month-wise you want to compare. Within a month, you want to compare. Within a month, you want to compare. For example, your observation is, if it is any particular month, particular product sales is less, you want to know that. In that particular situation, you may use this chart. You may use this particular chart. Okay, so this is we call 100% staggered chart. This will be available for performing other charts also. I will not explain each and every. Okay, for example, the column chart also, these 3 types are there. Bar chart also, these 3 types are there. So it depends on the situation, you can use it in your work. Likewise, this is we called a bar chart. When we talk about the bar chart, so the data orientation will be different. Okay, here it is not on year, it's not on year. Product will be there, different regions will be there. In that particular situation, we can use it a bar chart. So this is the simple bar chart, this is clustered bar chart. This is we call stacked bar chart. Okay, so in an individual item, all the north, east, west together, we may able to know that. Okay, and this is we call 100% staggered chart. Again, the 100% staggered chart will help us which particular region the particular products are selling. Okay, what is the more contribution? For example, if you want to know about this, you can insert the figures also. You can insert the percentages also. Whatever the value you want to insert, you can insert here. And real values also you want to insert, you can insert. Okay, so based on this, you may able to know which is contributing more, which is not contributing. Okay, so in that manner we can able to see this. Instead of this value, you want to see a percentage, that is also possible. You can show the percentage, you can see, you can show the value. Instead of that percentage you want, you can show the value also, you can show the percentage also. Whatever you want, you can show percentage. Okay, this is we call the bar chart. Similarly, the cluster chart, when we want to combine the 2 more categorical variables. Here you can see, here how many categorical variable is there? Only 1 categorical variable. In this category also, how many categorical variable is there? Only 1 categorical variable. Whereas if you see here, if I am having a 2 categorical variable, one is year, another one is area. One is year, another one is area. In that particular situation, we can use the cluster chart as the best way. Cluster chart is the best way. I can choose a smaller data and I will show you. So you can go here and use the cluster chart. This is we call the cluster chart. This is we call a stacked cluster chart. So 2016 region-wise sales, 2017 region-wise sales, you may be able to see. Or product-wise you want to see, you can see here the product-wise. You want to see it together, you can see this. And this is the 100% stacked area. Scatter cluster-wise, 100% stacked. Okay, we can use. And the next one is we called a line chart. I already said when we have a time series data. Anybody can tell me this is what type of data set? This is what type of data set? Time series data set. We are having a time variable is there. And
chronological.
Okay. Yeah, time series data set. As we call time series data set. So the time series data are there, and then time series data are there, as well as time series data are there, as well as what we are having a 2 variable. You know very well this 2 variable. So what I will do is I can draw a chart in a smaller observation. It's a really a big observation. Okay, so data set is very big. So what I can do is I can make a smaller chart. Okay, so I can make a smaller line graph for your understanding. Okay, so in this graph you can see many people they will show like this, but this is not a right way to show a diagram. Okay, so again I will select the data set for a small time, small being. Again I will show one more line graph. Okay, we can see first chart. This is the simple chart. Second chart, what I will do is I just change the axis. Everybody listen here. I go to the data format data series and I convert one series into the secondary series. Now you can see which chart is more appropriate. First chart is more appropriate, second chart is more appropriate. Which chart is more appropriate?
Second
one
one.
or second? Second. Why? Because this is, you can be able to tell the relationship between the two variables. Relationship between the two variables. Means Sensex and Nifty. What is the relationship among these two variables? This two variable is having a positive relationship. Sir, how do you say that? Whenever the Sensex is increasing, Nifty is also increasing. Whenever the Sensex is decreasing, Nifty is also decreasing. Okay, so both variables are travel in the same direction. That's why it is having a positive correlation between these two. Positive correlation between this. Whereas this type of conclusion you cannot write with the help of first diagram. Cannot write with the help of first diagram. How you can make it? How you can make this? I will repeat it here. This is will change axis because many of the researcher in their research papers, even the thesis, they draw a line graph. They draw it like this and they will give it. This is not a meaningful. This is not meaningful because they will create a graph like this. They will, okay, time series data, line graph we have to prepare. Okay, the line graph I will prepare. So what they will do, they select the data like this and they go and they insert the line graph like this, and the same type of line graph they will report it in their research work. But it's not a way to report it. So what is the reason why they want to report it? We want to compare how it goes. What is the association or what is the relationship between these two? If you want to identify really, you want to convert the axis. How to convert the axis? You can go to the format data series. After selecting the series, you go to the format data series and you convert the primary axis into secondary axis. Once you convert like this, are you able to understand what will happen? Here only one axis will be there. In the first graph, only one axis will be there. The second graph, you can see there are two axes. One axis for Sensex, another axis for Nifty. Another axis for Nifty. So why this axis change is required? Whenever the measurement is different. For example, you can notice here, the first Sensex, how many digits are there? The Sensex, how many digits are there? Sensex, how many digits are there? Sensex value, how many digits are there?
5, sir.
5 digits are there. When we come to the Nifty, how many digits are there?
4.
4. So when the unit of measurement is changing, obviously you have to change the axis. Unless otherwise the graph will not reflect the current position. Unless otherwise the graph will not show the current position. Here the graph is not showing a correct position. The reason is the axis change is not made because here the measurement, unit of measurement is changed. So definitely you have to change the axis. Unless otherwise it will not represent the right picture. Otherwise it will not represent the right picture. Keep it in your mind. This is very important in the line graph. And sometimes the line graph you want to show the diagram. For example, certain period, you want to show it in a different color. For example, you can see here the two different RBI governor period I taken for analysis. I want to know in the which period the volatility is high. Exchange rate volatility is high. Exchange rate fluctuation is high. I want to know that. So for that reason, what I will do is I want to exhibit. I want to graph two different governor period exchange rates in a single graph. How I can make it? For this, you have to arrange the data like this. Date, first person value, and you can see here until his headship. I will show the period like this. And then when the second period is starts, you can see here the Raghuram Rajan take charge of 4th November 2013. So I will take and that particular period I will stop the Subbarao data and start the Raghuram Rajan's data. So Raghuram Rajan's period, what is the exchange rate? So I'm having a data set like this. So what I will do, I will select this particular data set and I put the line graph. I will get the two different line graph, two different color line graph. Okay, and see here, I can insert two different line graphs. Okay, so you may be able to see here. So this is, we see the volatility during the Subbarao period, and you can see here in this different color for Raghuram Rajan. If you want to see the different type of things in your graph, you can use this pre and post graph. Okay, pre and post graph. It's a line graph only, it is possible. And next, what we are going to talk about is normal pie chart. Normal pie chart. So we know very well, when we are using a pie chart, we are having only one variable. And this one variable, a composite variable, is only one variable, is a composite variable. What is a composite variable? You can add together this variable, you may get 100%. This is the market share of the packed chips. You may have a different branded packed chips are there, Uncle Chips, you know, many kind of packed chips are there in the market. This is the market share of the packed chips. This is the market share of the packed chips. Okay, so I want to show the market share data. Obviously, I can use a pie chart. You may know very well. Can use, this is the pie chart. Okay, so if you want to decorate your pie chart, you can use the different styles here. You can use it, and you can make decorated your pie chart. Okay, so this is a normal pie chart. I don't want to say anything in the pie chart, but I want to show you something different. Pie of pie, two pie charts. I want to segregate it. Are you able to see here? Certain company market shares are greater. Certain company market shares are very low. So I want to segregate them into two categories. Large market share people, small market share people separately. Large market share people and small market share people separately. In that particular situation, you have to use the pie of pie. You have to use the pie of pie. But by default, what happened? Last three will taken as a separate pie. Last three will taken as a separate pie. I want to change this. How I want to change this? For this, again, you go to the data series. In the data series, split series by position. You want to change by value. Otherwise, by percentage value. So which are all come less than 10% share, you can take it separately. Now you can see how my graph is. Those market shares are less than 10%. They are come and form a separate pie chart. Those market shares are less than 10%. They come and form a separate pie chart. They come and form a separate pie chart. So this pie charts will more appropriate when you are publishing your research papers, when you want to publish this type of things. This type of charts you can make means it will increase your fuel to publish your paper. It will increase the chance of publication. Okay, so it gives more clarity about your work. We also use this type of chart one especially to show a skill paper in Astasastra journal. So in that particular journal, we are using this particular graph to show a skill offered by a northeast region. Skill offered by a northeast region by using this pie chart. So the whole pie chart will tell India. The pie of pie, second pie will distinguish only the northeast region. Only the northeast region. In such a way we can design it. And it will be really a fruitful one. Really, it's a appeal.
Sir, can you repeatedly show once again? Sir?
Yeah, once again. No problem.
Please,
no
sir,
problem.
please.
No problem. So we can do it one more time. The pie chart, pie of pie. First, you can select, go to the insert menu, and you can choose the pie of pie. Okay, this is we call pie of pie. And sometimes you want pie of bar also you can use. This is we call pie of bar. Left to your choice, whatever you want, you can use. I can choose pie of pie, and then the market values are shown here. It will be more appropriate. So I will click here. The market values are shown here. By default, last three position By default, last 3 position will be shown a separate pie chart. By default in Excel, last 3 position will be shown a separate pie chart. Okay, that is by default. I want to change this by default. So what I will do, I can select the second pie and choose the format data series. Choose the format data series. After choosing the format data series, you can come here, split series by. In the split series by, here I can change the percentage value. Here I change by the percentage value and I make here 10%. So my objective is I want to make a separate pie chart for less than 10% market share. I want to make a separate 10% market stakeholders. So that's why what I will do, I can do it. Okay. So once you've done like this, and you can close this window, not a problem, and you can see. This is my chart. Got to the point? So this is the way we will get it.
Thank you,
this
sir.
Is
Thank
called pi of pi. Okay, fine. So next, what we are going to talk about is DOGNet chart. So when we can use this DOGNet chart is nothing but is a comparing pie chart. If you want to compare 2 pie chart, you can, in that particular situation, you can use the DOGNet chart. I can show you. First, I will make one pie chart of 2010 expenses. I will make one pie chart and I will make one pie chart for 2010 expenses. This is the 2010 expenses. So I can put the numbers and I can reduce the size. Okay, I can keep it here. Because many researchers, they do like this only. This is for 2010. And again, they will choose one more time. And they will insert. And they will use the second pie chart. And this is for 2020. This is for 2020. Okay. So what they will do, these 2 pie charts, they will put together nearby like this, and they will try to sell the articles. Instead of you are showing like this, what you can do is, you can do a DOGNet chart. What is a DOGNet chart? It's a double ring chart, or we can insert, if you add more column, you will get more rings also. Okay. So you can go to the insert, and again here, DOGNet chart. So this is the DOGNet chart. Instead of you are showing a 2 charts, you can show it in a single pie chart. Okay. The inner circle will talk about the 2010 data. Outer circle will talk about the 2020 data. So if you show like this, you can easily compare the values. Which is greater, which is less, you can easily compare. Okay. So instead of you are showing your sheet like this, you can show like this. This is we call DOGNet chart. So when you want to compare a pie chart, 2 pie chart you want to compare and get some conclusion. So in that situation, you can use this DOGNet chart. Not only 2, 3, 4 also you can combine. 2, 3, 4 also you can combine. This is we call DOGNet chart. This we call DOGNet chart. And next we talk about that. I'm a finance guy. Obviously, I have to talk about the stock chart. So whenever you want to create a stock data, so high, low prices and other things are there. Other domain people, please forget me. Okay, so this is the financial market data. So if you want to do a chart, you can do it here. So if you want to go here, select the data set, and there is a different types of charts will be there in the financial data. You can go here. So go to the all chart, stock data. So high, low, close. Only this data we can create this type of data. And now I am having a different data set. So according that I have to choose whatever the data set I am having. Okay. So what I will do is high, open, high, close data set I will choose, and I can drag a data like this. So I can go to that more chart, all chart, stock chart, and I can use open, high, low. So this is my stock chart. This is my stock chart. Okay. This is the way we can create a stock chart. Okay. And the next one is we called a bubble chart. The bubble chart is the only chart we can show a 3 dimensions. 3 variable we can accommodate. 3 variable we can accommodate into a 1 chart. Other charts you can see here, bar chart and other things, we can able to accommodate only a 2 dimension, 2 variables. Whereas if you talk about the bubble chart, we can accommodate 3 dimensions. You can see. Select the data, insert, and go to the chart. We can choose a bubble chart. You can choose a bubble chart. What we call bubble chart. You can choose a bubble chart. Choose a bubble chart and click OK. This bubble chart, 3-dimensional chart. One dimension is X, another dimension is Y. X dimension is number of product. Y dimension is a sale, and market share is the bubble size. Market share is a bubble size. Market share is a bubble size. Is a bigger bubble, number will be bigger. If the smaller bubble, the number will be small. For example, you can see here the first bubble is 15. So this bubble is 15. Okay, this bubble is around. This is 10, I hope so. This is 10. This is 15. This is 33. Yeah, this is 33. Okay. Likewise, you may able to distinguish 3 dimension will be visible here. That's why we can use this chart for comparing a 3 dimension. Okay. The 3rd dimension is the size of the bubble. What is we call bubble chart. And radar chart, I already said that. Radar chart, especially, again, I'm a finance guy. Again, I can use it, this type of radar chart, especially for identifying the seasonal effect. Seasonal effect. Any seasonal effect will be there or not. You can select and you can choose a radar chart. Go to the more chart, all chart, and then choose a radar chart. This is the radar chart. So I can choose it like this. This will show you how the data are distributed, how the data are arranged. So for example, if you can see in all the year or in all the period, in certain data are coming, passing like this, we may able to tell how the sales are happening, okay. So if it is any repetitions are happening, or in a certain month the particular sales is high or low, these are all figures we can able to locate it. So in the November month, almost all the sales are, all the product sales are high, okay, except the tablet, other product sales are really high. For example, if you can see here in the June month, the tablet sales are really high. Sorry, the desktop sales are really high. Other sales are very low. Okay. So likewise, if you can see in all the particular product in 1 month is peak means, so we may able to understand in that particular month is having a peak month for us. The particular month is a peak month for us. Here we are able to see a randomness. There is no seasonal effect in the data. Here there is no seasonal effect in the data. Okay. In case if the data look like this, for example, here it is. Okay. Now you can see here what happened. Tablet, desktop, laptop, all are peak in a particular month, in the month of November. So I can able to tell that the November month is a seasonal month for me, when I can get the high sale. I will get the high sale. Similarly, are you able to see here some lines are there? In every volume, some lines will be there. That line will help you to identify the values. Okay, otherwise I will make, if possible, I will make that line color a little darker. That line color I can make it darker. Are you able to see now the colors? This is the line will talk. This is is the line will tell us the value. The line will tell us the value. Okay. So this is the 20, 20 they divided. First inner circle is the 20, second outer circle is 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay, all data are less than 100. That's why they are arranged accordingly. Okay, so this is the way we can see the radar chart here. Okay, fine. Next is GeoChart. GeoChart is the graph based chart. For this net connection is required, then only you may able to do that, and you have a original version, original software. Otherwise, if you cracked also, at least you should have an account, registered account in a Microsoft. For example, like this, I'm having a registered account, I can log in. Then only you may able to download the particular app from the Google Microsoft Play Store. This is the app I can download from the Microsoft Office Play Store. Okay, so if you are able to upload, you can able to download this app, then only you may create this type of chart in the Excel. So this is a free of for that you need not to pay any money, but that original version of Office is required. Okay, this particular app is a free of version, free of cost. So this is the data related to our. This is the data related to our. How many people, how many doses are passed state-wise? First dose and second doses are done. First dose and second dose are done. Okay, so there is a data about our COVID vaccine data. So what I will do is I want to make a graph about this data. So I can use the Bingo map. Okay, so this app, this is the external app, will help us to store the data. For this net connection is required. I already said that. So it will be loading. It will take a little bit time. It will take a little bit time. Now I hope it is loaded. Are you able to see that? Are you able to see that? State wise, it is showing. The first one is a first dose. Blue color is a first dose. Dark is a second dose. Okay, you can get this type of graph. Okay, this is we called a geograph. This is we called a geograph. You can change the color and other thing you want. You want only a circle kind of thing. You can do like this. Okay, only the circle you want. You can do like this. And you want to show the legend means it's a legend, and you can maximize, minimize also. You can do by using this plus symbol. You will get more detailed about that particular state and everything. Okay, and you can see like this. This is we call the GeoChart. You can do it. Similarly, the next one is we call the people chart. So people chart is a very interesting chart. Sometimes you may see in the newspapers also. That is also possible. We can create it here. You can see here. This is the data. So I can select the data. Select my data. So this is my data. Select it, and I give it. These are all the themes. You can change the themes. You can change. Reload. I can reload my data. What happened? Uploading. Just look. Yeah. Now you can get this. You want to change the style, you can change it. And instead of this person, you want to something else. You want to show the different things. You can show it. You want to show the star. You want to show the money kind of thing. These are all the various type of things that are there. You can choose. These are all the way you can display in your articles or somewhere, wherever you are doing a presentation. You can show it. These are all the various type of charts to highly pictorial and easily understand. Okay, so these are all we may call as a different types of chart. And next important thing what I want to tell you is called slicer. So far here you have any queries? So far here, because these are all are built-in graph. So whatever the graph is there, we are using a static data and we can make a graph. Next,
Sir,
what we are doing,
please 1 second, sir. Last one, sir. Last one.
People graph. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you want to do a people graph, what you can do is first you click here, the people graph. You can add. First of all, you can go and add it. How to go and add it? You can click here, see all. You can here you will add it. Okay. Here you can go find my more app. You can go here. Okay, and you can download that particular. Then it will take you into this here. This is the app store. Here you have to download. If you are logging means automatically it will go here. You have to download it. Here the various add-ins are there. Here you have to add in the people graph. Okay. Once you add it successfully, then it will be loaded here. Then you can click here. This is the people chart. It will be come here. By default, some data will be there. According the data, it is loaded. After loading this, what you have to do is go and select the data. Data is there now in this particular place. You can click this particular data. Select the data. You can select your own data. Because here some restrictions are there. How the data set will be, this all will be given here. According that you have to design your data. Then you click create. Then automatically it comes. So you want to change the title. Again you go to the data. In this particular place you can change the title. Level of, if I name here financial, and CIA, financial, life, literacy. This is my title, so I can change like this. Okay. So I want to change the color and design. Whatever the theme you want, you can change. Whatever the style you want, you can choose according to that. So finally, you can copy this picture and paste it in your work. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Shall we move for next? So far here we are used all our static data only. Next we go and work out with some dynamic data set. That is we call pivot graph. So if you want to use the slicer and timeliner, you require a pivot chart. Pivot graph. So in the pivot graph, only you can use the slicer and the timeliner. Okay. The slicer and timeliner will be applicable only the pivot chart or pivot graph. Other graphs you cannot, normal chart you cannot apply. So how to do a pivot graph? So this is the data set. So I want to do it like this. So what I will do is I can go here. I create a pivot chart and click to the next new sheet. So this is my pivot chart sheet. So what I want the year and the axis, x-axis. Same way, product is also my x-axis. Sales is my value. Okay, I can show like this. Okay, this is my data set. Now I can click insert and apply the slicer. In the slicer, what do you want to apply as a slicer? Apply slicer as a product. I can click OK. So what is the benefit of this slicer? So you can choose, for example, if you want to see only the desktop sales, can choose only the desktop sales will be available. If you want to see only the tablet sales, you can click here. Only the tablet sales will be available. If you want to see only the desktop, you can click desktop. Only the desktop sales for the year will be available. Okay. So this is we call. You remove this, all this will available. You want the desktop and laptop. Only this two is required. So what you can do is you can go here and you can remove this. Press Control and remove this. Only two will be available. Sir, I want all. Then you can click all. All will be available. Sir, I want only desktop. Only desktop. Sir, I want only tablet, laptop. Laptop only. So this way you can create a dynamic charts. You can create a dynamic charts. Categorical variable ka we use a slicer. Categorical variable ka we use a slicer. Time variable, time bound variable, time variable. Then I can use a timeliner. I can use a timeliner. Okay. When I can use a timeliner, I can filter my data based on the time. I can filter my data based on the time. You can see here, this is the timeliner. So this is again my same data. This is the data related to the exchange rate from 2008 to 2016 data set is there. Almost 8 years data set will be there. Almost 8 years data set will be there. So what I will do, I can click here. Again, I can insert the pivot chart. This is my pivot chart. This is my pivot chart. So date is here, exchange rate is here. Okay, this is the exchange rate. This is the exchange rate. Okay, so now I will apply the timeline. Now I will apply the timeline. Date is my timeline. I click OK. Now I will get the timeliner like this. So what type of timeliner you want? Year-wise timeliner I want. Only I want to see 2 years, 2011 and 12 only I want to see. You will get the data only from the 2011 and 12. Only get the data from 2011 and 12. 11 and 12. Chart type, I want to change the chart type into the line graph. Then you can able to see better. Only the data will be available from 2011 to 12. So instead of I want quarter. So what I will want? I want only 2011 quarter alone. 2011. So some particular period you want, you can choose like this. You can choose like this. For example, 2008 fourth quarter, 2009 quarter, like that. So whatever the particular quarter data you want, you can see the quarter effect. 2009 quarter, 2008, 2009 fourth quarter, 2010 first quarter. Okay. So instead of that, you want to see a month. Month-wise also you can able to see. January month. 2010 January how it is. 2010 March how it is. You can see volatility is very high in 2010 March. Similarly May. Okay. March. Steep down will be there. Exchange rate steep down will be there. Okay. So these way you want to analyze your data. These way you want to show. This will help you. This will help you while you want to present certain things to the audience. At the time you can use it because this type of dynamic chart, you want to show a different chart in your work. Quarter wise you want to show, month wise you want to show. Separate chart you need not to create. Separate chart you need not to create. You can use the slicer. You copy this chart and paste it. Then you choose March, May, and you copy this chart and paste. Like that you can paste in your Excel, in your Word, in your documents. Year-wise you want the data, so you can year-wise movement you want. You can take a year-wise movement. 2008, what is the exchange rate? 2009, what is the exchange rate? 2010, what is the exchange rate? 2011, what is the exchange rate? You can see 2010, a flat movement, a flat movement. 2011, 2012, some zigzags are happening. 2013, again a flat movement. 2014, you can see like this. This type of dynamic charts you may able to create. 2014 data. You can see this type of dynamic charts by using slicer and a timeline. Slicer will use for a categorical data, nominal data. Timeliner will be used for time-oriented, time series. Okay. For this tool, we can use it. Okay. In the Excel, it will be highly useful in many places. Many places we want to use nowadays in a very interesting term, first term in a business called dashboard design. So while you want to design certain a dashboard, you can use this. Key things for designing your dashboard. Key things you can use it for your designing your dashboards. Okay. So these are all the points I want to cover here for today's session. If you have any specific query in Excel, you can tell me. I can very well to solve it. Or if you have any questions in the chat window, I'm ready to answer. This is my affiliation and agreement. Anita ma'am? Abhirami ma'am?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir.
Abhirami ma'am, please mute. Somebody asking question.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. I, on behalf of my colleagues and entire community, thank you, Dr. Muthupandi, sir, for your vital time among your busy schedule. I really thank you, sir. Participant, if you have any questions, you can ask. Participants, if you have any questions, you can post. You can post it in the chat box. Participants, I repeat again, if you have any questions, you can post it.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, myself, Dr. Danish Lirade from Sholapur.
Yes.
I want to ask one question, sir. How to upload the apps for offices in Excel sheet?
Sorry, sir. I can't get your point.
In Excel sheet, you in last 2-3 charts, you use the apps for offices.
Yes.
So how we can download it, or how we can create in the Excel sheet, sir?
Yeah. That's it. I said, no, sir. You can come here. You can go app. You can go here, sir. This is the way we have to do it. I will show you it. Please note it down. In the insert menu, app for office. This menu will be there, na, sir?
No, sir. In 2010 offices, there will no any steps of steps.
Okay. Sorry, sir. The better you can upgrade your version. That is one my suggestion. Before that, it's not possible, sir. Before that, this type of graphs are not possible. After 2013 version, only the app stores are available.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Any other question?
Students? Participants, anyone have any questions? Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
A participant has asked, you can share your PPT or recording. Can you share it?
That is your side only. What do you want? You want my PPT? PPT is
Yeah.
Okay. I will share it.
Okay,
It's not a problem. I will share.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
We'll share to the coordinator. It's not an issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Later you can share to the WhatsApp.
Yeah. Sure, sir. Sure.
No, actually, it is nicely explained, sir. No queries at all.
Oh,
very nice session.
Really happy. Thank you so much. Any other problem is there? Also, you can share with me. I can able to try to solve it. If you are facing certain problem, because I'm a little bit aware about the Excel, all of like our research scholars only. So they are, whenever the problem comes, we can try to find a solution. In that manner only I learned many things.
Anyone have questions? So we can wind up the session. So thank you. Now I call upon Aishwarya to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, the participants from my side.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. It has been such an honor to be part of this wonderful event. On behalf of all students and staff, I, Aishwarya of BBA department, glad to be standing here to express my vote of thanks. A special thanks to our chief guest, Dr. B. Muthupandian, for accepting our invitation and for being here with us today. Your thoughts have truly inspired us. Thank you, and sincere thanks to the head of department, Dr. R. Karpasamy sir, principal, and our director Arnachalam sir for always supporting and guiding us. I would also like to thank each and every one of you for being here and making this first day of 3 days of National Virtual Workshop on Research Methodology and Data Analysis a wonderful and successful event. Thank you once again.
Hello. I request the participants to wait for some time so that we can post a feedback link. I request the participants to wait for further more minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience. We'll post a feedback link within a few minutes.
The program successfully completed now. So tomorrow morning 11 o'clock, the next session will be started. Dr. R. Sasikumar from Manoniyam Sundarnar University so will deliver the speech about fundamentals of research and statistics. The feedback link will be posted in our WhatsApp group. So every day the feedback link will be posted at the end of the session in your WhatsApp. So thank you so much for all the participants, and also thank the respected resource person, Dr. B. Muthupandi from Sikkim University. Sir, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Participants so eagerly participated in your busy schedule. So thank all the participants. Thank you so much. You can leave from the Google Meet. Thank you so much. Arishma madam, session wind up பண்ணிருங்க. So you can wind up
Yes,
this
sir.
session.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. Yes, I'll wind up the session. I request the participant to. Shall I play the national anthem, sir? Okay, I'll just wind up the session. Participant, thank you for your cooperation for the last. Thank you all. You can leave the meeting. Thank you.
Dear participants, thank you for participating in this event. It was fully engaged with all the knowledgeable things about Excel. Thank you, Muthupandian sir, for sharing your knowledge with us. Feedback link will be shared in your WhatsApp group. You can click the link and you can fill in the feedback. We can meet on tomorrow's session. Thank you. We can all leave the meeting. Feedback link will be provided in your WhatsApp link. Please try to give your valuable feedbacks. Thank you so much.